The following video has been Fatboy approved. These are the shill-free opinions of Fatboy. Every product reviewed is bought and paid for by Fatboy. Yeah.
Man, they sure love to hate on Ross, don't they? Wow, I'll tell you what. First of all, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy. Welcome in the Fatboy Fragrance Reviews, and of course, you know who I am. I am Mr. Fatboy, aka the hardest working man in this fragrance game, aka the realest man in this fragrance game. I pay for everything I review, earn the respect, and I love it. Thank you so much for tuning in today. This is Fatboy Fragrance Reviews, and if you're here today, I'm so glad to have you. And if you're a sub, thank you so much for showing the love. Because if you show the love, baby, the love will always come back. Today we're going to do our second video on the Z creators. I got my full feelings on this one. I'm ready to share it. And I'm talking about this one right here, Evening Mystique. We're going to get all up in it after the break. But first of all, before we do all that, let's show some love by saying if you are new, come on in, baby. Hit the like and subscribe. Join this Fatboy family. We have been killing the subs lately. Thank you so much for subbing. Make sure you like the video. And if you have a comment, any kind, if you have feedback for me, if you want to leave a negative comment, leave it there. If I think it's pretty cool, I'm going to pin it. Because you know why? Somebody's got to help you negative folks get some happiness in your life. And that's what I'm here for, baby, to try and make your life a little bit better. And I hope I can. I'm here to entertain, I'm here to educate, and I'm here to bring it 100% every time. Thank you so much. Don't forget the notifications, because I put in the work video almost every day. You get content. All right, baby, let's get all up in this one. I'm so excited. We'll do it right after the break. And you know how we do it, baby. No edits, no do-overs. All I need is one take, and I get it right. Fatboy Fragrance Reviews starts now. Baby, we are back, and let's get all up in this. Like I said, yesterday we did the Immortals. Great job. This time we're coming up with Evening Mystique. And if you take a good look, there is my complete Zaharoff collection from Royale X to Citrine to Triple X, baby. We've got, of course, the new ones right here, the Immortals, and a brass of Second Soul I'll be doing a video on tomorrow. You got Tltg, last year's Yeah award winner. And you have, of course, Business Over Pleasure, the Siren, and back. Oh, there went a hat. And we also have all of them. I think the only one I'm missing is his older stuff. But I bought them all, and I've enjoyed them. And I can't wait for more stuff to come out of George. Keep putting in the great work. There's become this thing with George's fragrances where they tell a story. They make a scent story, is like to call it. And it really has passion. And it really has a lot of energy and momentum behind them, and thank you, George, so much. Okay, Tltg, baby, reviews. Here's his fragrance. Ross Carlos. It's probably one of the most hated and loved men in fragcom. He gets a lot of hate, and I was one of those persons a year and a half ago when I was all up in my feelings, but I've apologized to Ross, and I'm gonna say it again. Ross, man, I'm sorry, and I know you know I'm a good dude, and I appreciate the kind words you said about me, and I appreciate the work you put in, because you know what your boy appreciates more than anything else is hard work. If you're a hard worker, I'm all in, baby, all in. All right, so let's talk about the fragrance today. We have the notes, but first, let's look at that presentation, because we know the presentation has been amazing on these. All right, here is Ross's fragrance, and it is called Evening Mystique. There is the presentation. It has a velvet finish on the side with the Zaharoff logo on the top. And on the front, you have Zaharoff Theater presents Evening Mystique, Business Over Pleasure Act 2, Tltg reviews. All right, take a look at the original one, which is right here, Business Over Pleasure. Like I said yesterday, these are great bottles. His was probably the most detailed of all of them, with the little card back on there. And the whole point about Ross's journey over working really hard and not getting a chance to really enjoy life sometimes, being so busy. I know what Ross goes through. I had to work on the store. I literally spent my whole last 2 weeks in this room packing orders, making videos. So I appreciate that. Speaking of packing orders, you want to sample any of these, each link is available over at fatboyfragrance.com, where you can sample any of the new Zed creators, and I have so much more. I still have some of these left to sample. Plus, use promo code ZED15 for the new Zed creators if you want to try them. I got every size, I got sample packs, I got you covered. That is fatboyfragrance.com, where the customer is always right. So, there is Business or Pleasure, the original one. I like Business or Pleasure was my least favorite last year, or my second, yeah, it was my least favorite. But over the year, it became one of my favorites. And it's really pushing close to Brass and Soul, but I still like Brass and Soul a little bit better, but it really, really grew on me. The note of iris, it was a fragrance I could wear and enjoy wearing at work. It wasn't something I had to be real pretentious with, and I enjoyed that. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this one out of the box, take a good look at it. Here we go. Wow. Look at that. My wife's reaction was, wow, she enjoyed the bottle. The reactions I got at work today were not as good as Curly's. I think Ross's is a lot more wow factor, whereas Curly feels a little bit heavier and more metallic. But the bottle still got a lot of love, and there's a good look at it. Of course, these new metal caps are great. Oh, mine has come loose. There it goes. There you go. I think what happened, I dropped the cap, and it won't stay on there. That's all my fault. Nothing to do with that, but it will stay on there good. So don't worry about that. I just got in my second order. I still have a third order coming that I bought that will be here. So we have plenty in supply for you to try, and I will still have some personal for myself, which I'm super excited about. All right, so there's the bottle. We've got some writing on the side here. No writing on this side. This one pretty much, I love the little star indentations right there that stick out. They really shine. It's really good. You can see it's mostly been sold. The rest of this will be gone after today, or when I get home today, and I'll be able to finish up those orders from Tuesday. But if you want to try it, like I said, I got plenty over at fatboyfragrance.com. So let's go ahead and put this on the skin. But before we do that, let's check out the notes on this bad boy. Oh, I lost the cap. Wouldn't be a video, no edits, baby, if I didn't lose the cap. But like I said, what happened, I dropped this bottle, and I think the inner part of the cap had fallen out. These caps do not come off. That's all me. So don't hold that against them. All right. We got Ross signing it right there. I appreciate it. Ross signing the card again. So let's go over the notes of this bad boy. I'm going to take off my glasses to see this because it's dark in here. Man. All right, so here we go. We've got angelic root, coriander, and carrot seed. So this fragrance is going to be very herbal in the opening. I do like that. I would think I would, but I'll go into more when I get into the description of the fragrance. In the middle we have cypress. Man, I can't see nothing without my glasses. Hold on. In the middle we have cypress, and we also have juniper berries. We have Florentine, and we have rose. Can't pronounce that word. I'm gonna say rose. Then in the bottom we have albumin, resin, cedar, myrrh, vetiver, patchouli, musk, and I can't pronounce that last one. I ain't gonna even try. It starts with R. Man, yeah, if you came here for perfect diction, you're in the wrong place. My job is to tell you if a fragrance smells good, if it performs, and if it are in the compliments, does that matter? Okay, and if it's bottle worthy or not. Here we go. I gave Business or Pleasure about a 70 rating last time, so kind of based it on that. Let's see how this one does. We'll compare them at the end, all right? So here we go. Let me get my glasses on. All right, here we go. On the skin, in the air, and on the skin, baby. All right. Right away, I'm picking up on that herbal note that I get. It's kind of like a spicy herbal vibe up front when you first spray it. It definitely screams to me Wear me at night. Wear me on a cooler day. I am upscale. Wear me when you want to go out somewhere fancy. Definitely, as we call it down south, this is a fancy one right here. Oh man, but there is not a off-putting smell at all. No note with this fragrance. And I gotta mean that because the notes are not something that's supposed to grab you. Now, like Curly's was sweet and gourmandous in the opening, this one is more brash, more masculine, and more bold. This one of the two so far that I reviewed is definitely more bold, and it definitely is more, it takes more chances. These ingredients, Ross said he already had this idea in mind already. This is the evolution of his fragrance line, of his two fragrances. This one is the grown, I know Business or Pleasure was fun, casual. This one to me is the one where you step it up, dress yourself up a little bit better, and it feels more formal to me. It has a great resonance vibe up in the opening that usually can be off-putting to people, but nobody that smelled it except for one person didn't like the opening. All right, so what you're gonna get in this beautiful fragrance is a herbal kind of resin vibe up front. The carrot note, I really don't pick up on. I don't know what it smells like, but as this one starts to dry down, is where this fragrance really starts also to become more appealing as far as getting rid of those heavier notes in the opening, like saying, not heavier, but those real carrot seed and all that kind of spice kind of starts to die down. What you're left with is a solid, woody kind of aromatic fragrance. Not really too woody, but it's almost fresh in a way. I get a little freshness on this one. This one kind of starts off like, say, and I don't like comparing it to other fragrances, but it kind of reminds me of like if you flipped Royale X around, and not the funk from Royale X, but the way how inviting Royale X was in the opening, and then it kind of trapped you. This one in the opening is definitely not challenging, but definitely not the most inviting opening. But where it shines is when it starts to dry down. You're like, wow, this thing is a banger. This thing is signature scent worthy. I mean, I get this tiger vibe from it that I love. It's like a spicy tiger vibe I get from this one, like a Bulgari. If you herbaled up Bulgari tiger, that's the vibe I get. That's saying a lot from me. All right, one more good look at that bottle. So, when should you wear this fragrance? I say, enough nighttime, cooler weather. Don't know if it's a summer hot weather fragrance, but it's definitely grown up. It's definitely for people probably old, not too old. I think young people can pull this one off too. Man, I don't smell any iris on this, but I do smell a little bit of the OG in here. The first one, Business or Pleasure, a little bit. It comes in the middle, but at the end of this fragrance, when it starts to kind of die down, it is still pumping out this great aromatic cologne smell that I enjoy in a fragrance. I really don't know how to describe it, but I love the way some fragrances have this vibe to them where they just smell really good. And once you get past all the complexity of it, you're just smelling something that smells good. And that's what I get with this one. Super complex, super unique in my opinion. I really can't pinpoint heavily what it reminds me of. Not real smoky or tobacco or leathery like, just a little herbal opening with a beautiful aromatic finish. I do love that. Okay, let's find out if this bad boy gets my full seal approval and we'll get out of here, baby. First of all, let's talk about the presentation. Again, top-notch presentation, guys. Top freaking notch. If you can display them like I got mine like this, that's how you want to display them. You want to show them off. In honor of Ross 2, I got my hats out, baby. Me and Ross are going to have a hat battle one day. Man, I got a bunch of hats. So I thought Ross would appreciate that too, the hats being out. But let's get back to this. The presentation is spot on. Beautiful. Love every detail put into it. There's a lot of heart. There's a lot of soul put into this. A lot of effort. A lot of hard work. And you guys should be super proud of what you've done. Congratulations. Okay. Performance. let's talk about that. Does it perform better than the Siren? You think it would? Not the Siren, I'm sorry, but of the Immortals, you think it would perform better? I would say the Immortals, probably 2 hours better performance on my skin, but the projection seemed to be a little bit better with this one earlier, and it projected better. I guess those herbal notes and that kind of resin in the opening really projected really well for me. People smelled me, and I left a scent trail, pretty good scent trail wherever I went today at work. I was eager to ask people about it because I really want to get their opinion on it, and that's what we'll talk about next. So, but as far as performance goes, not as good as the Immortals, but still great. I would say 5 to 8 hours, depending on where you spray it and how much you spray. If you go bam, 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 bam on your clothes, back of your neck, maybe once or twice on each wrist, and let it kind of get going, you're gonna smell it for at least 5 hours, solid, and you're gonna leave a really good scent trail. 8 hours is pushing it. Didn't smell it on my clothes the next day. Or when I took my clothes today, I did not smell it on there, so it didn't really cling on that long. So I would say max 7 hours if you really, really pushed it. Okay. And I'm talking faint. I ain't talking this thing's gonna be banging after 7 hours, but I can still catch whiff of it after 7 hours. All right. So performance, we can check the box. Presentation, definitely check the box. Third box, does the wifey like it? You saw the video. She's not a big fan of this, and I think that's the biggest achievement, that you can get my wife to like this kind of style fragrance, and she did. She actually made a comment about it the other day, yesterday, too, saying, you know, our fragrance does smell unique, but I don't know why I like it, but I do. So she does like it. Did I get a compliment wearing it? Absolutely, I did, from a customer, unsolicited. That was very nice to get. All right. When I asked other people about it, they preferred the Immortals. I get it. The girls did. The guys preferred this one. I can understand that. So overall, I still say that this fragrance, maybe not as a compliment getter as the Immortals was, but I would still say you can get compliments wearing this better than a lot of fragrances with the same kind of composition. So check the box on that too. Third box. How much do I recommend this? Is this blind battle worthy? I think it's blind bottle worthy if you read the first 4 notes and then you'll know. The other notes are but if you can hang in there, this fragrance is not the most beautiful fragrance in the opening, but it's definitely the most unique, and it definitely grabs you. But when it dries down also, it just becomes this aromatic masterpiece. It's hard for me not to say blind. I can't say blind on this one because of the way it kind of starts. But I will say it gets my full seal approval. Blind bottle worthy, yes, if you like the way the composition is done, because that's basically what you're going to get. And if you need a fragrance that's definitely going to spice up things, this one will. Is it fully blind bottle worthy? No, just depends. It just takes more risk than the other two do, in my opinion. And that's where I like what Ross has done here. He's just not trying to be master plan. I'm not saying the other two are either, but this is definitely his personality, and I appreciate it. So I'll give it my full seal approval. Sample it, fine. But it is worthy of buying. The price is right. It is a great price for this niche fragrance. It is a niche fragrance, guys. I don't care. Anybody says niche quality. Okay, so it gets my full seal approval, baby. Great job, Ross. Now, as I like to wrap up every one of these Zed Creator videos, I want to make sure that we show love to George and to the whole Zed Creator team and to all the community out there. This Saturday, we're getting together. I feel like we're in such a great place right now with the community. We're closer. It feels like we're building something. Finally, make sure you come out this Saturday so we can let's show the haters that we can get together and be positive and support each other and show them that it can be done. So make sure you come out to the stream. I'll have the thumbnail up, the link up sometime today or tomorrow so you can get your notifications that you know when it starts. And finally, haters can hate. These 4 people put in amazing work. They busted their tail. If you could do better, show me. If not, shut up. Y'all stay safe, baby. Y'all stay well. Because if you smell good and you feel good, then baby, it's gonna be all good. Fat Boy Fragrance Reviews is out.